Hey, what's up? This is Alexandra again, and I want to come to you all tonight to let you guys know that I did go to MEPS today, and I processed successfully, and I soared into the depth. So I came, I saw, and I conquered. Thank God. If you have been following my channel, if you've been following my videos, if you've been following me on Twitter, you would see how long of a journey this has been for me. I really didn't see this like coming to pass because I was scheduled to go to MEPS, didn't go, scheduled to go to MEPS again, and was not able to go. So I was kind of getting down on the whole process. But thank God today I went to MEPS and I processed, and it was all worth it. I processed successfully. I was scheduled to be at MEPS today at 5:30. I got there at 5:20. Didn't really get into 5:40, but thankfully I was part of the first group that got to go in to do the medical briefing. So my recruiter gave me this little packet right here. And this packet was just basically a briefing telling me what was going to happen at MEPS, and if there was anything that I wasn't telling him that I might want to reveal at MEPS, I probably should want to reveal it to him first so he could fill the proper paperwork out for it. So it's just like when I was at MEPS, they were really big on making sure that what you said was consistent from what you told your recruiter to everything was consistent to a medical examiner to the people who did the security background check on you. So everything had to be consistent, and they're not saying that you have to be perfect, because they know we're all human, but they're just saying that if there was anything that that showed up, they just want to get paperwork and waivers for it. So I mean, that's what that whole be honest. Of course, they did a whole threaten with the was it 3 years of prison time and $10,000 of fines, whatever. But I mean, if you were honest from the very beginning, you had nothing to worry about. So my day started this morning at, like I said, 4 o'clock. Got up at 4 o'clock, so I was excited. I know sometimes in the morning I'm a slow roller, so left the house at 5:05. Got to the MEP station at 5:20. When I got there, I was ready to go in, but we had to wait for the people who stayed in the hotel for the shuttle to get there, so we really didn't get into like 5:45, give or take. When I got in, I was thankfully a part of the first group that did the medical processing. So the medical processing, to me, in my opinion, it went really fast to me. Like, it went like fast. The only part that kind of went slow was whenever we were waiting for the other female applicants to get there so we could do like the duck walk and the height and weight together. I met some really, really nice people, some really, cool people that were going to different branches. I met one girl who was actually going to the Air Force, and we had the same recruiter before he left, and we're going to have the same recruiter after we get our jobs and everything. So, I mean, hopefully we can ship out together, and shout out to her. I can't think of her name off the top of my head, and I'm not even sure if she wants me to mention her name in the video, so I'm going to just respect that, for now. But I met some interesting people. I met another girl who was joining the Army, and she was just like she knew her date, or she was shipping out her job and everything. Like, she decided she wanted to join in March 3rd, she said, and she was at MEPS the 13th of March, and she was scheduled to leave with her original job. She told me April the 12th, but when she went to MEPS and, processed well and everything like that, she got an even better job, and she's leaving March the 1st. So I was like, girl, you better go ahead. And she got like, because of her degree, she got like bonus pay, whatever. So I was like, girl, you better go ahead and get that money and, do your thing today at MEPS. So I'm proud of her. Shout out to her. And like I said, she's going to the Army, so kudos to her. But when we got there, we did the medical. The first thing I did was went in, got my paperwork, I guess, scanned, whatever, and we did the questionnaire where they asked you about medical. Have you ever had a seizure, any kind of major sickness, ever been to the emergency room, ever had any sexually transmitted disease, ever had an abnormal pap smear for girls, how old were we, when was your last menstrual, they just ask like a lot of questions. Don't want to be too TMI or graphic, but they do actually like a lot of medical questions. If you have any question in particular that they might want to know, that you want to know about, just comment below and I could try to remember and answer it while it's fresh in my memory. So then the next thing that he did was, after we answered the questions, and if you answered yes to anything, you had to note why, when, and what date, or, you know, whatever. Who, what, when, where, why, basically. So then after that, we did a breathalyzer, just to make sure, you know, we weren't hungover from last night and it's going to impair our judgment the next day. And everybody passed the breathalyzer. Then we went over proper signatures for the day. You know, all your signatures have to be legible according to our MEPS station that I went to. So once again, you know, my MEPS visit is probably different from others. And, you know, whatever. This is just my experience from my particular MEPS. After we did the breathalyzer and basically we were just like free to go, not free to go, but like free to go to the different medical branches, whatever. So after I did the breathalyzer, I went to do the blood work. So I think I was first to do blood work. I did blood work first. Basically, I sat there. She drew my blood. I had to sign for it, the initial that it was my blood and nobody else's blood, etc. Then I went to go do the urine analysis, and I thought it'd be like so much more weird than what it was, but it really wasn't. I mean, all it was is she was just, you know, in there, like basically in the bathroom with you. She was right there, like where she could see if I was tampering with my pee or anything like that. But I mean, it wasn't like she was like, yeah, I see that yellowish pee. She wasn't like that. She was just like, you know, yeah, I'm here, and if you try to do anything, I will see it. You know, she wasn't, you know, Inspector Gadget watching me pee, wipe, and flush. I mean, she wasn't like that by any means. And I did that. They tested it right there for pregnancy. They tested it right there for the I want to say drug and protein right there. And then you had a sign saying that that's your pee, it hasn't been tampered with, etc., etc. So after I did the urine analysis and drug whatever, I went to go do, I'm going to use my sheet of paper that my recruiter gave me just so I can make sure I'm like listing all of them, because I don't want to give you guys the wrong thing or to say the wrong thing to you guys. So after I did the urine analysis, I went to do the hearing, and from my understanding, the guy said I did pretty good on the hearing, and he was actually cute. Like, he was cute, but he said I did pretty good on the hearing. Like, I know when I was doing the hearing, like, I thought that I heard a noise. I thought I was getting excited, so I like pressed it, and like I could kind of hear it like in the background, but like it was like really, really far away, like kind of like one of those little silent whistles you blow for a dog, kind of. So I was like, I hope I'm not getting it wrong. So I kind of stopped pressing it, whatever. But they're kind of like, what I did was I closed my eyes and I just focused on like listening, and that really helped me out a lot. After I did the hearing, I went to do the depth perception, and I had to do it twice because one of the doctors that was doing my depth perception, he wasn't like, I guess, focusing, and he didn't sign for it. I don't know. So I had to do it again, and basically I got like a really, really high score, which is good. And the depth perception is not hard at all. Basically all you have to do is just basically it's like a circle right here and a circle right here. And it's like, of course, it's like a row of like 4 or 5 different circles. And it could be like one right here, one right here, one right here, one right here. And they basically ask you, like, out of these two, which one looks, or which one pops out to you. And of course, you would say this one right here. And let's say this one right here was like C, or maybe 1. So you'd be like 1, 2, 1, 2, whatever. Then we had to do the vision test. I did the vision test next. And basically, for the vision test, you had to basically do like you did at a doctor's office, but you're looking inside the machine, and you have to basically read a row that he calls out to read. And I passed that. I think they said I had 20/20, which was average or good, whatever. After I did the vision, it was time for me to go to see the physician. So basically, the physician, he asked me like tons of questions, like he asked me, am I mentally stable? Have I ever been depressed? Have I ever committed suicide? He was an Indian guy, and I really had some trouble with understanding what he was saying. So like I kept saying, sir, sir, and I hope he wasn't thinking like I was like slow, because I'm not slow like that. But he was just answering questions, and like he was just like saying it and like reading it, like, you know, like, he was programmed to read it. And then he was like, he got to the question about, have you ever cut yourself, thought about committing suicide, tried to commit suicide? And I was like, no, sir, I love myself. And he started laughing. So I think I made his day. But yeah. So after that, he after I answered his questions, and he asked me about my medical, any medical things I checked yes to my initial survey or whatever. He wrote down the explanations just to make sure they all match, and he did my hearing. He showed me how to pop my ears for the Air Force. He checked my ears, he checked my eyes, and he checked the whole follow my finger with the light, whatever. So after that, I was scheduled just to go sit out and wait for the other girls to finish processing, because me and the girl from the Army, she was like the first one finished out of the girl group from like doing everything, so we had to wait for the other girls to come. So by this time, whenever we're waiting for the other groups to come, we're getting ready to do the duck walk and the strip into your bra and panties and get ready to spread them. So this video is longer than what I really want it to be, but I'm going to keep on going regardless. So when we got to the whole duck walk, we got in the room. We were waiting for the other applicants so long. The lady's just like, you know what? Just go in there, strip down to nothing but your panties and your bra, and we're going to get your height and weight. So me and her kind of like, we already talked before, so we weren't like as nervous of being around each other in our bra and panties as, you know, complete stranger, even though she was a complete stranger. So, you know, she did her height and weight, whatever. Then we got back dressed, and then she played us the video about how we would do each movement. So, on the video, it looked easy, you know, and some of the stuff wasn't difficult, or the movements that we had to do weren't difficult. It was just a matter of balancing. And then when you're like right there, like they had us kind of like spaced out, and like you're like able to, if you like lunge forward to touch the other person in front of you. So like it's kind of like you have to focus on doing what you have to do, whatever. I passed everything. I was a little flat-footed, but nothing that would disqualify me from joining the Air Force or getting the job I want. And I mean, the doctor even wrote in his note, the duck walk, there was this one girl who could not do it. And I was just like, it's not that hard. Like, of course we saw the video twice, and then like they gave us like, not like a practice round, but they gave us like, you know, if you didn't get it right, you had another chance to do it. And she was just like, I could tell she was young, and I knew she was young because she said she was young. But she's just like, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm like, girl, you need to like get serious, because this is like potentially your future, your career. You want to enlist. She was joining the Army. I'm just like, you know, you could do it. Like, you have to focus. And I mean, she was taller than me, and my height at MEPS was 5'9", so she had to be like 6 feet or 5'11" maybe. I'm not sure, but I was like, you know, you should be able to do it. But she couldn't master the whole heel-toe move. It's like a, you know, rhythm thing. But it was straight. If you guys want to see all the movements that we had to do for basic, just comment below, and I'll make another video about that. If not, I'm not gonna give you guys any examples right now. So after we passed all that, basically what we had to do was we had to do all the movements, arms, throw them down real quickly, go V clap, whatever. And then after that, we had to do like a brisk walk to the doctor and back, so they could see, I guess, how we walk and how we move our spinal or whatever. So then after that, we had to go get into a gown and take off the rest of our clothes, which was basically our bra and our panties. So after that, we had to sit down together on a little bench, whatever, and the doctor would call us in, and of course, because it was a male doctor, there had to be a woman doctor present too. So we go in, and basically you go in, he lays you down, or you lay down. Before you lay down, he listens to your back to see that everything's abnormal, if everything's normal, or for any abnormal breathing. Then after that, he listens like on the front of you. He listens, and then after that, you lay back, and he does the little breast exam, and he, you know, breasts it, and then he breasts, and then he's just making sure you have no lumps, no abnormalities. Then after that, it's like he works his way down. He feels your stomach, make sure you know you don't have nothing going on in your stomach, and then the lady puts your feet up in the, if you ever went to a gynecologist or whatever, the lady puts your feet up on that little thingy, and she tells you to slide down, slide down, and then she's like, slide down so you're kind of hanging up a little bit, and you slide all the way down, and she's like, spread them. Now this is the funny thing, okay? Whenever we were in the room, and I hope she's not watching this video, but she probably might watch this video. But whenever we're in the room, and she had like this, like the serious face on,